Okay. Good evening to all our viewers. Today, our next guest on this series of conversation by United by Players is none other than national swimmer Shivani Kataria. We are very happy to have you with us today, Shivani. And before I begin with my questions and this interesting conversation that we are about to have, I would just give our viewers a brief introduction about you if they do not know who you are.
Yeah.
So, Shivani Kataria is a freestyle 200-meter Indian swimmer, and she's also a national record holder. Born in Haryana, she has been swimming since the age of 6 and has even competed in zonal and district level competitions. From her early days, Kataria has been swimming eagerly, and she even won the gold medal at the 2016 South Asian Games held in Guwahati. She was even India's wildcard entry into the 2016 Rio Olympics by the Swimming Federation of India and competed in the 200-meter freestyle event. Once again, we are very glad to have you here, Shivani. So my first question is going to be
Thank
something that
you
I'm
for
I'm
inviting
sure
me.
you have. Yeah. So just to begin, I'm going to ask you the most cliche question that I'm sure you have been asked millions of times. So how did this begin? Like entry into swimming. Like how did the passion and the interest for the sport start?
Well, I started swimming from from a summer camp, and there was like this team training, and I just used to go with my dad to swim, and then I used to see them swimming so fast, and then I was like, I want to enroll in that group, and it looked fun to me. So slowly I just enrolled into that group. I started having fun, then we started competing at district level, and then here we are.
But I mean, in a country like India, where so many other sports dominate the landscape, like say cricket or football or badminton, swimming is like a sport which sees relatively less interest. Say even in a younger age. So like what was there some other interesting story behind you choosing swimming besides this incident that you narrated, like something specific?
Well, I think yeah, parents always thought that, you should know how to swim. And although like there was a swimming pool near my house, so I was lucky enough to, have a pool near my house and I didn't have to travel that long. As you know, the traffic in
Yeah.
Delhi and Gurgaon is crazy. Because if I go to Tal Katora swimming pool, it takes me 2 hours to reach and then 4 hours to come back home. You don't know, you cannot predict what time you'll be back home.
Okay. So, like when you were growing up, let's take your early years, say ages 6 to 12. Did you look up to anyone in
I can't
specific?
hear you. I can't
Uh,
hear your voice.
Audible now?
There's something wrong.
Am I audible now?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Hello? I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you. Okay, let me disconnect the headphones. You've muted it. I can.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Can you speak now?
Can you hear me now?
No, I still can't hear you. Um,
Um,
Hello?
my, my mic is on. Can you hear?
Okay. There's some problem, I guess, because I can't hear your questions.
Okay.
Don't just reconnect once.
Hello?
Hello. Can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
No?
Shubhang, just reconnect once.
Okay. Hello. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Perfect. Sorry for that technical glitch.
It's
I don't
fine.
know what. But yeah, so as I was saying, when you were growing up in your early years, say ages 6 to 12, did you have any particular inspiration, someone you specifically looked up to swimmer or some other sports person?
Well, I mean, when I was a kid, Michael Phelps was all over YouTube, or
Yeah.
if you even open like swimming, it would just Michael Phelps swimming his race. So Michael Phelps, but when I started swimming nationals, then I got to know like our Indian stars, which was Shikha Tandon and Nisha Millet, which I used to look up to.
Okay. So mostly swimmers only. Or did you have
Yeah.
any other inspiration from other sport also?
Well, Usain Bolt, I'm a big fan of Usain Bolt, and I got goosebumps when I saw him at the Olympics. So I think I'm very lucky to actually meet my
Oh,
inspiration as well.
yeah, that's an opportunity. I think
Yeah,
only a few people get. So that's
true.
really something. So continuing with your childhood days. So how what was like the training regime like? Managing it with school. How frequently would you train and say after school? As you said, you had a pool near your place. So how did you balance that at that age?
I mean, till eighth class, I was still swimming in Gurgaon. But after eighth, I decided that I would want to pursue it professionally, and then we moved to Bangalore. Even though my schooling was in Gurgaon, so it was really hard to make new friends and just continue my studies. So I just used to go for exams, but luckily I had good school which supported me, and teachers who used to like before exams help me with the important stuff. So it was hard, but yeah, I did manage it, and I would say because of my coaches and teachers.
Oh, okay. That's also interesting. So, I mean, when you started, were you like sure from the beginning that this is something you want to pursue professionally, or did it start as a hobby and it later morphed into something that you saw yourself doing for life?
I did not. Well, when I moved to Bangalore, I knew I wanted to, give everything to swimming, but I still did not think about Olympics that time, because Olympics you need to give everything. And well, in 2014, I was like, yeah, I want to, I don't know if I'll be able to quit swimming. I want to swim and make it to the Olympics.
So, you were still in school at that time, in
Yes.
2014, when you
Yes.
decided. So, was there any like conversation from, say, parents, teachers who, maybe asked you that to have like some backup additionally, professionally besides swimming though?
Yeah, my economic teacher was like, Shivani, please leave swimming. You'll fail in economics. I was like, no, I don't mind failing in eco, but I will not quit only because that time it was 11th and no, actually 12th. But then after in 12th, I took 1 year gap because obviously I did not want to fail. I
Yeah.
was just focusing on studies, but yeah, my one of the teachers like, please stop swimming. Studies are important. But I was like, no, I'll actually take a break and then get back to studies. After the Olympics, I did my 12th, so that was pretty great.
Well, that was like I'm pretty sure that decision worked out because you did go on to win a gold medal 2 years later in 2016. So on that, like, how was that? Like, this is something that I saw all across, like on your Twitter also, that people have asked you, what was that feeling like winning the gold medal in the 2016 games
So you mean gold medal at the South Asian
in the
Games?
South Asian Games? Yes.
Yeah, it was the first event of the games, like 200-meter freestyle,
Yeah.
and that was swimming started first. And then I got the gold for India. So it was like the first gold medal for India. And then the in the men's section, one more guy got the gold. Then we had two golds, and we used to like go for dining, and those people who volunteer, and they're like, oh, congratulations, we saw you on the TV. And that moment, I think I just swam for that moment when people and kids come up and they take your signature and congratulate you.
So that basically made everything worth it. All
So
these incidents and
definitely
it.
those moment where like people even say that because of you I started. It's just that moment when you feel like, yeah, I've done something in life.
So, like coming now on a lighter note, I read that you went to University of Delhi, I think. So,
Yes.
so how was that? Like your college, like balancing swimming with your college and studies and etc. So what was that experience like?
Well, it's because I'm doing BA program, and in that, most of us are athletes, like all the
Yeah,
sports. And when I went to Hansraj College, they were actually asking me, "Why do you want to come to our college? You are an Olympian. Any college will take you."
yeah.
But Hansraj, it was also because of my friend. I took Hansraj, and also because I'm from DAV public school, which is like a branch of Arya Samaj. I don't know if everyone knows it, but they are like same thing.
Hmm.
Hansraj and DAV is just a branch. So it was also because my principal was like, you should go to Hansraj, and also my friend was there. So when I went to, take admission, they were like, "Why do you want to come to Hansraj? Go to Stephens." And I was like, "No, I want to come to Hansraj College." And they were surprised when I enrolled in that, and then they had like a special welcome for me as well, which I felt pretty great. And yeah, teachers are good, and I'm still actually I we had mock test,
Okay.
and they are not able to decide when to conduct exams. So right now I don't
You're
know
in the
if
final year right now. So
yeah,
you,
but they're just pushing back exams
yeah,
every
yeah.
month. So I just got information that our exam has been postponed to August now, and I don't know when will I get my degree.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's well, hopefully soon, because you never know how this postponement and everything is going to work out.
Yeah.
But besides that, I'm sure you would have been involved in training, and you even went to the Olympics in 2016. So do you feel you missed out on like a certain portion of say your college life, or like any form of regret that sometimes swimming leads to you not being able to experience some other things, anything like that?
Not at all. Not at all. I feel like the time I've spent is great, and I don't regret anything because I mean, not everyone gets to be an Olympian, right? And get to cherish those moments because I meet my friends at training, every day. I get to hang out more than I think people at college or school. And I get to travel because of my sport, what I love. So I don't regret anything. And I just love what I'm doing.
Yeah. So, come on the topic of the Olympics. So, how was that experience like? Going to Brazil in 2016. Like, just as like a travel point of view and from a swimming point of view. Like, what was like your top memory?
Well, definitely seeing Usain Bolt at the Olympic Village was
Yeah,
like is like I cannot forget that because I actually got goosebumps and like I read his biography, everything, and it was just that moment. And then it was also about waking every day at the Olympic Village and seeing some great athletes where like half of them you don't know which sport they're from, but like people are following them, and then you're like, oh yeah, I'm sure he's someone, top athlete from his game. But it was just like dream, and I did not want it to get over. It was
just
like
just basically being in that lobby of such great sports people that people
yes,
aspire to be. So,
true.
besides
Like
Bolt, did you meet
yeah,
like
like
any other idol too?
I mean, Michael Phelps was swimming in the same
Yeah,
lane as us. He was just doing underwater before his event easily. And, I was freaking out that he's in our lane swimming with us. Like, the best athletes, swimming with the best athletes in the same pool. I think nothing more I would want.
yeah. You must have felt like that water is like so pure now when Michael Phelps just
Yes,
swam
holy
there.
water.
Yeah. So, besides swimming, what else like interests you? Say in terms of hobbies, how else do you spend your time?
Well, in quarantine, I started cooking. And
Okay.
yeah, and started reading some books, and obviously keeping up with my classes, university class classes. But my hobbies, I would say, has become cooking now. But I like hiking. I mean, I'm in stuck in Thailand right now, so I actually go out and explore because from last 4 years, I never actually got time to even go out somewhere other than
Yeah.
swimming pools. So I discovered, explored some places nearby, and I went hiking there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hiking is definitely, you're like a person who has interest in all these obscure sports, which like people generally don't pursue, hiking and
Yeah.
swimming and all these. So no mainstream sport, like you didn't play like say badminton or basketball or anything like that.
Well, yeah, badminton. I did play badminton as well. Like it was part of my warm up when the
Yeah.
swimming pools were shut. So like badminton just to warm up, get you going, and then do the main Ralan training.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I also read that you're also associated with the Virat Kohli Foundation, I think. So
Yes.
how is that experience like? And if you would like to tell anything about that.
Well, they have been very supportive. After Olympics, I was, uh, they selected me, and I'm very thankful to them. Because of them, I've been continue my training, because financially, training in Bangalore is also not that cheap. It's basically buying everything, house, bed, and I mean it's not cheap, it's costly, and because of them I've been able to train here and getting the best psychologists, physios,
Yeah.
and doing the best in my game.
Okay. And now that you have essentially practiced a major chunk of swimming in say three cities, Delhi because of university and Gurgaon where you
Yeah.
were born and Bangalore. So how would you compare like the infrastructure in all the places and your experience?
Well, like Bangalore is a sports hub, and Delhi, it's like even if the person wants to train, they either have to stay in the stadium, because going out and getting stuck in the, because when I used to go to Talkatura swimming pool, which was the only 50-meter pool close to my house, and
Yeah.
it just my most half of the day would be spent in traffic,
Yeah.
which is not that great. So I can't say like the best place to train is Delhi. Obviously, I love Bangalore. The weather there, you can just swim 12 months without
Yeah.
having a heated pool. So I love Bangalore because I'm able to train there 12 months.
Okay. So
Yeah.
for the lockdown, you have been in Thailand majorly.
Yes, I've been in Phuket. Luckily, when the pools were
Yeah.
shut, we used to go to beach for a week before even the
Yeah.
pool. Like beaches were also closed after. But I
Yeah.
guess I did not lose that much. Like as compared to back home, swimmers are
Mm.
still not able to swim, and yeah,
Yeah.
just
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask you, that I'm sure with the lockdown and the situation regarding corona, effect on the normal training system and the
yeah.
facilities. So how has that been? How drastically has it been affected and how much has it been reduced? Like you're going to the pool and training.
You mean back home and here,
Yeah,
or
I mean
just
there because you are in Thailand. So like from your perspective, how has it
well?
been over the last few months?
I've been very lucky. I feel so lucky. I feel blessed because I've been here and I can swim.
Mm.
And because they're saying the Olympics might happen and swimmers back home are not
Mm.
even able to swim. So I'm already back in shape, and we have been doing some hard quality sets as well. So yeah, I would say I'm back, and also would be ready to race by October if there are any meets. But no one knows what's going to happen,
Yeah.
and I guess we just have to wait. But
Mm.
I would really hope if back home, like our sports minister would, you
Yeah.
know, open the swimming pool for at least for the people who are closer to
Mm.
the qualifying time for the Olympics,
Yeah.
which would be
Yeah.
great. And I'm sure our swimmers are like very dedicated, and they
Yeah.
wouldn't waste any time to get back.
So, on the note of the Olympics, I'm sure you would have been gearing up hard for the Tokyo Olympics, which have been pushed to next year tentatively as of now. What is your feeling regarding that? Like, are you excited, nervous? As you said, you'll be ready to go by October. So, are you looking forward
Yeah,
to that?
I am very much looking forward to. I have started training because just I mean every athlete trains, for the Olympics, and
Yeah.
when Olympic gets postponed, your plans and motivations, you need to get, because some people get demotivated,
Yeah.
how like losing their shape and then getting back, they get doubts. And that's what hard to overcome your doubts first and then get back to training.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there'll be a lot of people who would be actually quitting because they've lost the
Mm.
shape and they want to stick to the plan they had.
Yeah.
And some people would get going. I mean, I
Mm.
have one plan, and that is to make it to my next Olympics.
Yeah.
So
That's
yes,
that's uh, that's the way to think. So you believe that the lockdown and quarantine has negatively affected, especially swimmers in India, since the pool facilities are closed with regards to the Olympics.
yeah. I mean, everything has a like negative and positive side. Yeah,
Yeah.
some people would it's good for some people to have break and reset everything
Yeah.
and then keep on going with the plans. But
Mm.
for some people, yes, it is negative. Like they wouldn't know what they
Yeah.
want now that the Olympic has been postponed.
Okay. Well, let's just hope that the pools are opened quickly and all the other swimmers here can also start practicing soon. So
True.
when it comes have any like unconventional, say, superstitions or methods, something which you do before you start your lap or before you enter the pool first, like for the first time on the day, that say seems to work for you, something which is like very special to you. Any
Well,
such
I
ritual?
believe in God, so I
Yeah.
would say I would definitely take God's name. But there's nothing else. I just listen to music on. I
Okay.
don't like to talk that much before the race,
Hmm.
be in my zone.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just have fun. I try to have fun now after the Olympics, because my race at the
Yeah.
Olympics did not go that well because my emotions, and I was
Yeah.
not able to control them. And after that, I just thought, it did not help me. So better have fun than just your
Yeah.
emotions taking over.
So is there any specific song that like this everyone has that one song that they listen to pump them up before they enter, say, the field in sports, or like is it very general in your case?
I think it keeps on changing whatever new song comes up and it's good. Yeah, I don't have anything specific.
Okay, whatever the current trend is, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you talked a lot about the current situation of, say, swimmers back home here in India. But if we say look at it from before the lockdown and the quarantine effects, what would you say is like the general situation of swimming in India, like infrastructure wise and support from, say, the ministries? Is it improving as compared to, say, a decade back? What would your view be?
It is definitely improving. Like we have Khelo India, which is a great initiative by our sports minister. And then comes the top target Olympic podium, which is
Yeah.
also great. They help the athletes who can make it to the Olympics. So
Mm.
I really like what our ex sports minister and our current sports minister Kiran Rijiju
Mm.
is been doing for our sports. But I just hope he
Yeah.
also understands swimmers and he
Mm.
open the pool at least for the swimmers who
Yeah.
are targeting Olympics.
Mm.
So otherwise, I think government has been helping a lot,
Okay.
and it has definitely improved. And even the infrastructure is improving, I would say.
Mm.
But still, I mean, you can't just expect the best. But
Yeah.
I'm happy that it's improving.
Okay, but like say if we are to compete in Commonwealth Games and the bigger competitions, Olympics, with the bigger countries, where swimming is like, where training for swimming is done from a very young age. Like
Yeah.
what changes would you suggest? Like India has performed well in certain sports, traditionally, like say hockey and shooting and wrestling, boxing, like that.
Yeah.
So what should be done in swimming to produce regular medalists in every event, say every 4 years or so?
uh I guess it just there should be more of national camps where the best coach in India, or whichever they hire, the best coach,
Yeah.
it just, there should be like more people coming together. How we have different clubs, and then um I think those people have a lot of national camp which produce, which when
Mm.
a best person compete with, someone, his
Mm-hmm.
competitor every day, you just want to beat
Yeah.
that person, and that would be a healthy competition as well, because you just become friends with
Mm.
them, stay there with them for a month. So I guess having more national camps. And
Yeah.
if talking about like young swimmers, then yeah, teaching, because when I was growing up back
Mm.
at home, we did not focus on techniques, which I feel
Yeah.
if I did work on my techniques when I was young, I would have not wasted my time improving my techniques now.
Yeah.
So I guess having more workshops for the coaches,
Mm.
with the national head coach, or with the best
Yeah.
coach, like giving them new techniques, giving them
Mm.
knowledge, so they can help the swimmers who are they training. So I guess it's just about coaches should be more updated with the
Mm.
techniques, new techniques,
Yeah.
and then I'm sure they would focus on the kids to improve the
So
techniques
some
as
form of
well.
a swimming league, like say you have the IPL, something like that, to interact with the from other countries,
Yeah,
and better coaching. These would
yeah.
be like okay, great. Like I hope someone in the swimming federation listens to this. So so growing up, you have been swimming since a very young age. So what do you feel was like the influence of say good family support and like the opportunity, like because another problem with swimming is that you need a pool to swim.
Yes.
So in India, like say, in tier two cities where pools are not that easily available, it becomes a difficult sport to pursue. So what should, one do if say someone is very passionate about the sport but doesn't have enough opportunities? How can we bridge that gap?
Well, I mean, when I used to swim only during summers, yeah, and then in
Yeah,
winters I was not able to swim. So I told my dad I want to play tennis. So I
yeah,
used to play tennis in winters and swim in the summers. And I still was managing to participate at nationals with
yeah,
those people who used to train like all
mm,
year. So I
yeah,
guess it depends on the will, and also definitely on the support of the parents.
mm,
Because if a person like competing, like at young age, you can actually try any sport you want. That's the time
yeah.
where you have to try different sports. But I guess it's also the support of their parents.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, well, I'm sure that would have been like a good journey for you in your young age that, you were able to maximize your opportunities. So, today in most sports, we see that a very strict diet and fitness regime is followed. So, I'm sure it would be the case would be similar in sports as well. So, like, what is your training like, on say a regular basis in terms of fitness, exercises, diet? What is the life of a swimmer like?
So the plus point is we can eat a lot and still
Okay.
burn the calories. But we wake up these days I've been waking up at 5:30, swimming 1 hour 6 to 7, do
Yeah.
some stretching for 1 hour, come back, have breakfast, do your work,
Yeah.
whatever you want to do. I've been studying these days, and then sleep, have lunch,
Mm.
and then we train again at 4 to 5 swimming, and then
Yeah.
5 to 6 dry land, and then 6 to 7 swimming again, because right now we cannot use the pool more than 1 hour. So
Okay.
we take a break of 1 hour. It's not a break, we go and do dry land exercise or gym, and then get back into the pool. So I'm basically spending 5 hours, 5 to 6 hours at the pool, and
Okay.
then coming back, having dinner again. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's how my day goes by.
That's very heavy and hectic, and something
Yeah,
that the young people should be aware if they're planning to pursue swimming
true.
professionally, I guess. So you still yourself very young. I guess you're only 22. So like if you talk about say the long term, so like what are your goals and targets say over the next 10 years, for example? Like what are you aiming for?
Well, I'll aim till 2024 Olympics.
Yeah,
I will train hard till 2024, and after that, I'll be. For now, I have a job as a
yeah,
coach back home
okay,
because whenever I go to the pool, they're like, Didi, can you help us? Can you see us
yeah,
stroke? So I thought it's a good opportunity, whenever I go back home, I swim. So, I mean,
yeah,
coach is nice. So I think I want to help the sport, which
yeah,
helped me to where I am. And yeah, for now, I think I see myself coaching as well, but I haven't
okay,
actually thought after 2024. Like in the middle,
okay,
yes, when I go back home for a month or two,
mm,
if I want a break, I can just coach kids.
yeah,
And yeah, I love coaching and telling like young swimmers what I have learned
yeah,
from my experience, what you should
yeah.
work on at your age right now.
So you would basically love to spend your life around a pool, essentially, not
Yeah,
shift
also,
professions. Right?
I mean, I
Mm,
would like to be a sports psychologist as well. I have
okay,
done psychology in school, but I couldn't
okay,
pursue it in university because you have to
mm,
actually attend classes. So
okay,
maybe doing psychological psychologist classes,
mm,
I mean online
yeah,
classes. And
yeah.
then let's see, I'll
Okay.
keep my options open.
That seems like a a good plan, better than most. So just like we are moving towards the end of this interview, just to wrap it up, say there are a lot of young swimmers who might be looking up to you, especially after the Olympics in 2016. So if you were to give them a message, what would your message be to very like young aspirants who are wanting to become professional Olympic level swimmers?
I mean, there's no shortcut. There's no shortcut. It's just you have to work hard. I know you guys will be looking for a shortcut, just you have to be patient, work hard, and the good, the, how do I say it? The fruit will come on its own.
Yeah,
वो Arjuna, the saying of Arjuna, right? कर्म करो फल की चिंता मत
yeah,
करो, क्योंकि फल हमारे हाथ में नहीं है, बस कर्म
mm,
करना है. तो आई थिंक जस्ट वर्क हार्ड, eat घर का खाना. I know, like we are like, let's go out,
yeah,
eat burgers. I mean, kids, I mean, even if you guys eat ghar ka khana and work hard, I think that'll take you to the
yeah.
Olympics also.
So basically, cut down on junk food also. It's a
Yes.
Yeah, that's a really good message. So just as we like end this, I would just like to play this short segment with you that the other hosts have also done in the previous interviews in the series, which is like a rapid fire round, where
Okay.
I'll just ask you some easy questions and just you say the first thing that comes to your mind. Very
Okay.
basic, straightforward. So just beginning with that. So first would be, what is your favorite movie?
ये जवानी है दीवानी, because of Ranveer
So
Kapoor.
so you're a Ranveer Kapoor fan.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So, okay, then the next one was, what is your favorite song? But I think you answered that your taste keeps changing with time. But still,
Yes.
is there any like something which stands out
uh घुंघरू टूट गए. I think the Hrithik Roshan
from
is
war?
there in that. No, I haven't
Yeah.
watched the movie, but I like it. I
Okay.
really like the song. I'm a
Okay.
Bollywood freak.
That's nice. And like you talked about your fitness and that eating healthy food, but on a cheat day, what would be the one food item or dish that you would love
But
to have?
it's ice cream.
Ice cream.
Yes.
Which
Uh,
flavor in specific?
chocolate anytime. I
Okay.
just, if I cheat properly and have ice cream.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's also unique. So, suppose you were given a superpower for one day, what would that be if you had to like pick any superpower?
Superpower, read people's mind.
Okay, read people's mind,
Yeah.
like Professor X from the X-Men. Okay.
That'll be nice if you know what the other
Yeah,
person is thinking.
true. I would have guessed, you would have gone for something like the Flash with, speed and all, because you're a
Yeah,
bold
I
fan.
mean,
Yeah.
but I mean, Flash, yeah, but it's nice to also, think out of swimming and
Yeah.
just have that
Yeah.
superpower. Otherwise, I would say like, fins like fishes
Yeah.
swim fast.
Like Aquaman. Yeah.
Yes.
So, on that note, so do you have any, are you like an animal lover? And if so, what's your favorite animal? Or do you have a pet?
I have a pet. I have a dog. He's a boxer. His name is Thor. I just adore him. And yeah, I miss him so much.
Okay. So those are some really interesting answers. So this has been a truly fruitful, engaging, and very enriching experience. And I'm sure all the viewers and all the young swimmers who would have seen this or will see this in the future will surely learn a lot about what the life of a swimmer is like, and the sacrifices and the hard work that you have to make as you pursue these dreams professionally. So on behalf of I would just once again like to thank you for taking out your time and joining us for this interview. Hopefully, you also had fun in
Yeah, yeah,
answering these questions.
for
So, would you
sure.
just like to
Thank you
say
so
a
much.
short note like to end this?
Thank you, you guys, for inviting me,
Yeah.
and I really enjoyed this session with you guys. And yes, keep working hard and never stop dreaming.
Yes. Thank you. Those are really inspiration, motivational words, and we surely hope that do very well at the Tokyo Olympics next year. And it
Thank
has been an absolute pleasure having this conversation. So, thanks a lot.
you too.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.